Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Rags to Riches, where we interview owners who can share their experiences of success with you. Today, we're here to talk about house cleaners training and an unbelievable successful owner in the last few, well, always successful, but had a very good run with recruiting and training, which is what's the buzz everywhere right now. So Gina's going to talk about both areas. But first, let's meet Gina Eilerman. So Gina, where are you from? Tell us about how long you've been there, the background of your business.
So I'm Gina Eilerman. My company is Swept Away. We are in Cincinnati, Ohio. We have been in business 10 and a half years. And
how many cleaners?
We have 14 cleaning, and then we have one that started today in training. So hopefully we have 15.
Good for you.
Yes.
And how many houses are you cleaning a day then on an average?
We are only cleaning like 22 to 25 a day right now. Okay. We're down. We're still down, but we're not out.
So now you have cleaners, but not clients.
We have lots of clients, but our cleaners, we're just afraid. We don't want to throw them to the wolves too much. So,
because a lot of them are new, which we will discuss. So yeah. Are teams or solos, Gina?
Teams of two are normal.
Okay. And do you have company vehicles or do they drive their own?
We have company vehicles.
Okay. And how large is your management staff?
3 of us total, including me. Okay. So there's 2 and then me.
And who does the training in your company?
Well, so we've been changing things up. So right now it's either been myself or my operations manager. We're not going to use a field trainer right now.
Well, let's get right into your story, Gina. You called me I think the first week of January, because I said to Jim, Gina must be making New Year's resolutions because she was on the phone. And your problem was recruiting and training, and you were off. I mean, you were a good 20 minutes off. And, yeah. So tell us why you felt the way you did then. What was your problem? Why did you decide to change? Can you remember?
So I've been really frustrated for 2 years. I mean, it's just been a bad 2 years. So I think that I was done with the old way because it wasn't working anymore. And when it did for a minute, so I just felt like everything has to be changed after we were changing everything anyway. So why not just change that?
So let's split this up. There was a recruiting issue and a training issue, because I remember talking to you in January about whether or not you were paying enough. You thought maybe that was the issue. So you could not get people in January. The reason you're on today is you hired 16 people. So how did you get 16 people in your door? What did you change about your interviewing?
We changed our ad. So before we were saying like up to $650 a week or up to $700 a week or something like that. We even had a sign-on bonus on there. We weren't getting anybody. So I changed it, which is really funny because I changed it to 2 different ads. One is for $14 an hour for house cleaners. And one is $18 an hour for a route manager. The one thing I'm finding interesting is I'm getting more applicants from the $14 an hour than I am the $18.
That is interesting.
It's really interesting. So I don't know why, but it's very interesting. So I just told another maid service just to try to see how this worked. Very different. I don't know. However, it's working. So for now. So I took the sign-on bonus off. We don't have it. I don't know. We've just been trying to change everything. I don't know what's making a difference.
Are you Zoom interviewing or are you interviewing in your office?
In person in the office.
Okay. Maybe it's just the time.
I'm wondering if it's just the time or not. I don't know. Okay. I don't know at all, honestly.
Okay.
But I do know that I have thrown so much money at advertising in the last 2 years, more than ever. And I lowered our dollar amount to $10 a day probably a month ago, and changed all of our ads to say 14 and 18. And then we started receiving applicants. So I'm wondering if it's just that people are looking again, or if we just said the right thing. I don't know.
Okay. So we haven't learned anything here. Let's move on to the cleaning aspect.
Yes, yes.
So how did you change the cleaning in how you trained? How did you train before and how do you train now?
So originally we would do your videos, and then they would go out in the field with a team, and then they would do all the steps and stuff, and it would take us 3 weeks to get them trained.
Okay.
Okay. So now we tried sending your link to them, and they no-showed. Those people no-showed us in the beginning. So we're probably going to try it again, but right now we just changed it up. We had them come in. So day one, they come in, we have them watch the videos. They watch a video, they do the quiz. They watch a video, they do the quiz. They watch the video, they do the quiz. Then immediately when they're finished, we take them to a training house.
Okay. So they do 3 videos, the bath, the kitchen, and the dusting.
All 3.
Okay, before they go to a house. Okay.
That same day, right.
Okay.
So after we go through all of the video stuff, then we go to a house, and we put one person is just working in the kitchen, one person's just working in the bathroom, and one is just dusting for that whole first session. So that's because we've had 3 at a time. I don't know what's going to happen today because we only have 1. So it's going to be a little different. But so it was, this is their focus, this is their focus, this is their focus. And then we go through all of that. And then the next, we go to the next.
Back up. How many trainers were with these 3 people in this house?
1.
So they went from person to person to person and just watched them? So the person went right in and started cleaning. Is that what you're telling me there?
Well, in a training house that knows that we're training in it.
Okay, okay. But they immediately started cleaning, and she just went and watched them, like jumped around the house and watched all 3 people at once. So yeah. Training taught them enough that they could go on their own without her having to tell everybody this is where to start.
It's the baby steps. I'm telling you, those little baby steps are what I think that is. It's just so simplified that I think that's where I don't know, that's what we're thinking it is, just based on history.
Okay.
So we're doing a refresher though. I mean, we're talking about it. Okay, remember, you're going to do this, this, and this, and then sending them in.
Okay. So that's the first day they did all of that. I got to think of my questions here. Is there a reason? So then the second day they switched roles and you did the same thing. Is that what you did?
Yeah. So we're working them till 5 o'clock, okay. Both first 2 days, okay. All the way to 5. And we're working, like literally working them. Now, the first day, it's a little more relaxed and, you know, we're trying to get all the steps down. The second day, we have picked 2 not crazy initial type cleanings, but 2 somewhat difficult houses, but not hard. Okay. That makes sense. So then we have them going in. We're making sure that they have, you know, 3 bathrooms in that house and all of that, but we're doing 2 the next day. So if they
what are they cleaning the next day? The same thing they cleaned the day before?
Well, they're first, when they get there, they're doing whatever they did the day before. And then as soon as they finish that, they're doing the next step.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
So if they did the bathroom the day before, they're still doing a bathroom, but then we're sending them on to do the kitchen or the dusting.
Okay.
Then when we get to the second house, they're doing the next step. So by the end of
same thing the first day all day long, but the second day they learned 2 new areas.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Okay.
So then as soon as we're finished on the second day, on the third day, we sent them as a team of 3. So we just sent them with a team that's been with us a while, all day. And then we told them they're really great in bathrooms and they need some work in dusting or whatever it is. And we go through all these steps with the team that they're going to go through. So we send them out on day 3 and expect them to be working as a team of 3. And they have been. I think they just know what to do. So it's working.
So the third day, do they have older people with them, or is those 3 brand new people and they're out there on?
No, they're just a team of 3. So they're just one extra person on a team that's been there.
Oh, so you split these 3 up now and put them with 3 different teams.
Yes.
Got it. Great. So
but the reason why we're giving them a whole team of 3 day, not a team of 2 day, and expecting them to be able to do it. And then we are watching them just in case they go over or anything. But it's been working out. On
the third day, do they stay when they get with that old team and they're the third person? Do they stay in the same area or do they switch areas?
They switch areas.
Okay.
So they've already seen all the areas by the end of the day too. So on day 3, but they're putting them in the bathroom and then they're putting them in a kitchen at the next house and they're going all day. So they're cleaning, 5 or 6 houses.
And how did the old people say, oh, good. And how did the old people say the new people are doing?
This is my example. Yesterday, one of the girls called me who's been there a few years, and she said, it's been so nice. Everyone's been so pleasant in the mornings. Everybody is just wanting to learn and do a good job. And I was like, okay, because I was feeling it too. I mean, I was feeling like, oh, thank God, here we go. And somebody else said it, and I thought, okay. I don't know. And I feel like they know what they're doing, so they're not
dragging them down. They're actually helping them out.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
So by, for example, a girl they started Thursday last week, and they worked Thursday, Friday in the office. Monday, I sent them as a team of 3. Tuesday, I sent them with a different team as a third. And then today I yanked 2 of the girls and sent them out by themselves. And they were super excited because I was like, I'm throwing you to the wolves. Good luck, And they were so excited about it. And I was worried they'd be like, no. And they weren't. It was great. It was so great. And so we're just watching them to make sure they don't need help.
So you still have all 8 of them?
I have 8. Yes, we still, knock on wood, because I find it. We have 8. Yes.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
All really like super pleasant 8. Like, oh,
so
yeah.
Let me ask you, do they write the steps down so that when they get to that particular area, they can pull out their cheat sheet with the steps and look at the steps?
Yeah. So we gave them all a binder.
Okay.
Just as a backup. And they're allowed to have the link after the training if they need a refresher and stuff, but we gave them all a binder with just the, all the information in it that we were using for the training anyway.
Okay. Interesting. Because when I go out and train, I have them when they're watching it, I have them write on a little stick them the steps that they can stick into their apron. So as soon as they get out there, I can say, well, what's step number 1? And they pull it out. When they're done with 1, they pull it out and look at step 2. So they really are on their own. The only thing I ask them is what they forgot. That's the only thing I say.
Well,
so I gotta think about that because they can't carry a binder around with them. And if they just know.
Well, no, I just was thinking, I wasn't even thinking they'd need to yank it out as much as just maybe look at it before they went in.
You can't remember 9 steps to a bathroom the first time you go out there. Okay, and
that's interesting.
When I'm out there training, we talk steps. Like when I go by the bathroom, I go, what? They look at me and they don't even, I don't even have to ask them. They go step 7, step 5.
Yeah, we've been talking steps too.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, so we've just been chatting here. I hope people find it interesting. So I've got in my head, but I will outline it in my newsletter, how I think you do this. So everybody can get it clearly, but boy, 8 people is really fast. So you did a team of 3, then you did another team of 3. I mean, you did 3 people in training. No, you did 8 people in training.
We did them like we had 3,
3 and 2. Okay.
So yes. And then today we have 1. Okay. We had 2, we hired 2 and 1 showed up today.
I mean, it worked. It worked for you. You will continue to use it.
Yeah, no, I honestly, the whole simplified process, I think it's just so much easier or more understanding or whatever you want to call it. It is, I don't know. I love it. I love it. Love it. I think it's the exact same thing as before. I just think it simplified everything.
Well, no, it didn't have an editable manual before. And let me
add. Well, no, I know that. I just meant the video part. Yeah.
I saw your trainer on there editing every day for like a week. So how important do you think it was that she edited it before you used it?
I don't know, because we didn't not do it. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know, but.
Let me ask you this. When you got out in the field, if 3 people were doing their own thing, she couldn't be showing the products to all 3 people. So they must have known what product to grab from your manual.
And they knew what product to grab on day 3 when they went with another team and just grab what they needed for the day, which was huge because that is not like that. So in the past, the teams would get aggravated.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Very important that you edit that manual. In my opinion, you're still going to have to go out in the field and walk them through every single room if they didn't see that manual, because they will not know what product to use. This makes it totally standalone. It really does. Okay. Yeah. And how long did it take her to edit that manual? I mean, I say I saw her on there a lot, but do you have any idea how many hours went into editing the manual?
A lot, because she printed it all too, and then was writing all over it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think that's why it worked so well, because it was so accurate. So accurate.
Yeah.
So what do you think? You only did the English. You didn't do English and Spanish. Do you think it took her 40 hours? What do you think?
Not 40, but it did take quite a few hours a day for a week.
Okay. Okay. Maybe 4 hours a day for a week?
Yeah, probably.
20. Okay. Okay. And that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing about 2 to 3 hours a manual.
Yeah. And she thinks she thinks way into things. So it might have taken her longer than just anybody, because she didn't want to like screw up.
And that's probably why it works so well. I mean, I'm just so happy for you and so proud of you. Yes. Yeah. Yes. You're ready to rock and roll. Okay.
I'll tell you, I was like, this is awesome. It's so, oh my God, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, let's get back to where.
So glad. So glad. So is there anything you want to add to the audience that's listening?
I have no idea.
Okay. Buy it, use it.
Yeah, definitely. No, I really, really highly recommend it. We are so happy with it.
Good, good. Okay. Well, I will look forward to finding out if you tweak anything. Please let us know. I can always throw it in the newsletter. Like if you do decide to try only one the first day, let us know how that works. Because
yeah, definitely. Definitely. Okay. That would be awesome. Yes.
Well, congratulations. Wow. 15 people. That's very good. Next year at this time, you should be at 30, right?
Well, that's what I was like, come on, let's get back. Let's just get back. My happy number was always 24. I'm like, let's just get back to 24. That was a good time. Like,
good, very good. Now you got to get the jobs back, but I understand that's pretty easy, but
we have a waiting list.
Oh, good. Work that thing.
Yeah. So we just want to be comfortable. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Wonderful. Well, great. I hope to see you at the ranch, maybe next weekend.
I know. Oh, I love that place.
Yeah, that place. Too. So you'll be missed. And I will see you the next time around. Gina, thank you from the bottom of my heart for sharing your experience with our audience. They're going to.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it.
Bye now.